Hi everybody, Larry Graves here. On my other channel, Canadian Studmuffin, yesterday I uploaded a video. The power had gone out here in my apartment, and so, there's really nothing to do. You can't watch TV, go on the internet, read a book when it's kind of dark out. And so I thought, I'll organize my CDs, because after a while, they get all disorganized, and I like to keep them in alphabetical order. Not that I'm super picky about it. And over time, they get a little disorganized again. And I was very surprised with the views. I just uploaded it last night and it already has over 800 views. And someone mentioned this is perfect ASMR material. And so I thought, well, I'll continue and I'll show you where I am. So far, it's still a mess. But this is my CD shelf, and so far that's what I have organized with my CDs. Starting with AC/DC. Do it this way, I guess. Black Sabbath, the Beatles. Maybe at the end of this video, or at some point, I'll go through them all. The Clash, Creedence Clearwater Revival, The Doors, Elvis Costello, the Eric Burdon Band, and like I said in my previous video on my other channel, my movies, they're all disorganized too, Blu-ray and DVD. I used to have more. See, that shelf is... I don't know who this guy is. And some there. And these CDs, they're either older versions, because they've gotten newer remastered versions of some of these CDs, and other CDs here I just never play. And so they're looking for a good home. There's not too many left, because I did take quite a few CDs down to the pawn shop. So here's where I am at. And so far I'm up to E. And so there's F, starting with the band FFS, which is Franz Ferdinand and Sparks. Then there's the L's, and onward to the P's and the S's and the U's, all the way to the Z's, or Z's. There's all my Frank Zappa, and more of them right here. Paul McCartney, Sparks, Genesis, Lou Reed, Grand Funk Railroad, Paul McCartney, the tragically hit Velvet Underground, and there's me. Look, I'm on a CD. Hi there. So, one thing about doing this is getting the right camera angle. So these, so far, are in order. The Guess Who, Hawkwind, Ike and Tina Turner, Iron Butterfly, Johnny Cash, Jefferson Airplane, Jethro Tull, Jimi Hendrix, The Kinks, King Crimson, Kane and Potvin, and Klaatu. Now, these, some of the CDs where I have more than one CD of the artist, I've put them into piles, make it a little easier for me. So this is my CDs for Humble Pie. And I also put them in order from their release date. So that's their very first album, As Safe as Yesterday, which of course Humble Pie featured Peter Frampton. That's their second album, Town and Country. Their third, Humble Pie, Rock On. Humble Pie performance, Rocking the Fillmore. And then Smoking and Eat It, which I don't really care for, but I've kept it in my collection. And it's actually the other way around, and they go and I keep my CDs in pretty good condition. There's not too many that I have some CDs that are like 20 years old, so they have some nicks and whatever, but they're all playable. But I'm not super careful with my CDs. But they're still in very good condition. So Humble Pie, G. There's Hawkwind, H. So go there. Now, and this goes from F to K. So the monkeys are separate. We'll go with that one. And I just look around on the floor for anything else that goes up to K. Randy Newman, The Who, Steppenwolf, Frank Zappa. Oh boy, that's going to be quite a lot. So I'll put these three, because Frank Zappa's after these. I'll put these three on the shelf. I'll move these temporarily. So, with the Frank Zappa CDs, there's so many of them, but they're kind of easy to put in order because with these remastered versions, they're numbered. If you can see that. Here's number 30. I don't know if that can focus in or not. But, because of CDs, it's very small print, so this might take a few minutes. I might edit this video a little bit. So that took about 10 minutes to organize because, like I said, the printing for the numbers is so small. So that's number 1, Freak Out. Absolutely Free, his second album. We're Only in It for the Money. And I am missing, I think he has over 60, and I think I have close to 40 of the CDs. Most of his earlier ones. Lumpy Gravy, Reuben and the Jets, Cruising with Reuben and the Jets, Uncle Meat, Hot Rats, one of my favorites, Hot Rats, Burnt Weenie Sandwich, Weasels Ripped My Flesh, Chunga's Revenge, and The Mother's Fillmore East, June 1971. There's more. The Mother's Just Another Band from LA. The Grand Wazoo, another one of my personal favorites. Overnight Sensation, Apostrophe, Roxy and Elsewhere. This is the first Frank Zappa album I ever bought. I had heard about him for years, but never actually heard his music until 1975. I bought this on vinyl at a cutout bin, one size fits all, and I loved it right away. Bongo Fury with Captain Beefheart, another one of my all-time favorite Zappa albums. Zoot Allures. And so this shelf, I try and keep a little space on it. Although, an album like this, FFS, it's longer, so it doesn't, you really have to squeeze it there into the shelf, and so I'm not going to, I just keep it separate. Same with some other CDs like Physical Graffiti by Led Zeppelin, Zappa in New York, one of his best-selling albums, Shake Your Booty, and of course Joe's Garage. It was originally a three records. One was released single, and then the next two were a double album, and this is all three on 2 CDs. Tinseltown Rebellion. But wait, there's more. You Are What You Is. Ship arriving too late to save a drowning witch. The Man from Utopia. And this is around the time I started to lose interest in his album releases. But I still like those. Them Or Us. And this is when I stopped buying Frank Zappa albums after Thingfish was released. I believe it was a 3-album set, and this is on 2 CDs. You Can't Do That on Stage Anymore, Volume 1. You Can't Do That on Stage, Volume 2. And then these aren't included in the remastered series. Well, this one is actually. I'm wrong. It's number 60. Playground Psychotics, with another version of Billy the Mountain, one of my favorite Zappa songs. But these here are just separate. This is one my oldest son got me. Roxy the Movie, really good. DVD and CD. Frank Zappa Cheap Thrills, and Frank Zappa The Lost Episodes. So I don't want this to be a 2-hour video, so I'll put these CDs that are in order in my collection, and then I'll sort through all of these after work, I guess, and I'll maybe do a follow-up video of them all nice and organized. So these are, I believe, in order. So, The Guess Who, American Woman. The Guess Who, So Long Bannatyne. I think Burden Cummings is one of the most underrated singers. Great singer. The Guess Who, Rockin'. Featuring Lemmy, Hawkwind, Space Ritual. And Humble Pie, which I had mentioned. All their albums, all their early albums. Ike and Tina Turner, live at Cargany Hall. Iron Butterfly, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. This is another kind of a longer CD, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it will fit. This is the remastered version, a really nice presentation. It comes with a booklet. And one of the things that's interesting about the song In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida is the engineer was just testing the sound levels for the band. So the band was just playing. And they started to play In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. And they didn't know he was recording it, but he recorded it. And he said, come back, come and listen to the playback. And they were impressed, I guess. So they added the vocals and they added more guitar or whatever, and they had their big hit, their famous song. Johnny Cash, American For the Man Comes Around, one of my favorites. Jefferson Airplane, Volunteers. I don't know if it's in this one, but the original vinyl, when it came out in 1970, 69, it had, when you would open up the, it's too bad it's not in this one. When you would open up the gatefold, it would just be a peanut butter and jam sandwich. And I just loved that. I just thought it was funny. Jethro Tull, Minstrel in the Gallery. Jimi Hendrix Experience, Are You Experienced? Remastered with extra bonus tracks. The Kinks, Power Man, Lola versus Power Man and the Money Go Round Part 1. They never did have a Part 2. And this is the remastered version. The Essential Kinks, double CD, really good. One of my favorite album covers, King Crimson. This looks so amazing as, on vinyl, the cover. Especially when you're like a 10-year-old kid. My good friends Kane and Potvin. And finally, another underrated band, Klaatu, their very first two albums, Klaatu and Hope. Or Klaatu 347 Eastern Standard Time. So that's it. And I'll continue sorting through the rest of my CDs and maybe do a follow-up on this video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.